Okay, thank you very much. As you say, I will take part of your speech when you say we need a young, early career young ambassadors, and I think it's very important, especially for an old man. So, you know, the time is going very fast. I think all of you know that. I remember yesterday when I was 20. And I don't know what happens. I got 40 years older in a minute. So it was very strong. But I'm very happy to have the Early Career Young Ambassador program from the European Marine Board, and would like to invite them on the stage. So I would like to invite Juliette Biquet, which is a PhD student at the Centro de Ciências do Mar de Portugal. So no falo português, eu falo português. And then I would like to invite Alfredo Garcia, which is a postdoc at the Spanish Institute of Oceanography. You are at home here, so yeah, you know, I think perfectly where you are. So yeah, nice to see you there. I would like to invite Alexandra Hahn, which is a PhD student at GeoMar. Everybody know GeoMar is in Germany. And I would like to invite, it's not a local, but he is a Celt. With his name is Riwan Leroux, who is a postdoc at IFREMER France, which is a very nice institute. I don't want to make some advertising. So. Okay, so I'll leave you to deal and leave you the floor. And happy to have you there, and happy to have your momentum and strong to make the things happen, and the ocean to be a nice ocean. We count on you. So thank you very much.
Before we say anything, early careers in the room, please let us hear your voices. Yes, this is representative, a few of us. Very loud. And us four, we are ocean scientists. We are at the beginning of our career, just as many are around you, or there should be many of us. We are young ambassadors from the European Marine Board, working hard to link early career scientists with policy making. And today is special, because today we are here to speak to you from the perspectives of 40 early career scientists that gathered together in the first forum of our network. Together in this forum, we built on what several generations of early careers have worked on and have advocated for. Early careers from the European Marine Board showed during this forum how skillful we are and how so motivated we are to engage and link our research with policymaking. We also expressed how difficult it still is for us to do so. Young ambassadors will now share with you how we early career scientists together across worlds of science and policies, across generations, by improving our training, by improving our connections with policy landscape, and by ensuring our representativity in decision-making, we can act today, and we can act together for our future and for the future of our ocean.
Good morning. So I'm Riwan. I am a young researcher studying the impacts of human activities in the deep sea, especially in the European Marine Protected Area. So I work every day in this field, so I wanted to engage with policymakers to inform you, to just give you some recommendation about how we could improve this specific management of this protected area. I wanted to make my research more impactful and for the society, but I didn't know about the legal framework, and I didn't know about how to reach policymakers, who to reach it. And I didn't know about what organization, facilitators, administration would have been helpful for me. I didn't know either how to engage or just clearly communicate my science because, as you know, we don't have the same language. So we, the early careers, are not equipped to deal with these challenges. And even if we are eager to take part in the society issues, we are not well equipped. So right now we have to learn by doing. This is stressful, and we shouldn't have to choose between engaging with the policy and our mental health. So for now, we almost exclusively count on our supervisors. And even if I have some great supervisors, we have to think about the early careers whose supervisors don't know anything about how to reach policymakers. So we need to be trained. We should learn how to link science and policy at the university. And we want to have more opportunities like this forum we just organized. We must be able to learn how the policy tree is structured and what are the channels to be aware of ongoing projects. And we have to know who is in charge of what. So we need training.
Buenos días a todos. As my colleague Riwan has mentioned, training is a fundamental pillar for the development of young careers. However, even if we were trained, we will not succeed without having connections to the world of policies. My name is Alfredo. During my postdoctoral stage, I am specializing in the importance of connectivity between different stakeholders to ensure the sustainable management of natural resources. During the forum with early careers, we emphasize the necessity to connect with policymakers to ensure our work has the best possible application. However, for us, it's practically impossible to establish enduring connections. Our positions are changing continuously. The established hierarchy in scientists and political systems often doesn't allow for direct communication. And the dreaded European bureaucracy complicates communication between us. Young scientists need tools to open communication channels with policymakers. Our last forum with early careers was an appropriate way to establish connection between young scientists. However, transdisciplinary forums are needed, where young scientists can engage with other stakeholders, such as young policymakers, to share knowledge and achieve greater understanding and build long-lasting partnerships. Science has demonstrated that increased connectivity among people results in greater social cohesion. This ensures greater social resilience and better adaptation for the forthcoming changes. Then we need to be connected.
But even if we early careers were trained how to engage and communicate with policymakers, and we were well connected within and across our networks, this would all not mean anything until we are treated as equals, until our opinions are respected and taken seriously. We need to be represented not only by being allowed to be in a space, but also by being able to speak up and be heard. Inviting early careers to the table means to invite diversity into our conversations, not only in age, but also in terms of gender, ethnicity, sexuality, and so many more. Even though we know about the efforts that were made by the organizers of this conference to invite diversity, just remember the addresses and keynotes you've heard this morning. How many of them were given by people at early stages in their career? How many of them were given by women? This is a structural problem. It's a tragic but well-known fact that as you move up hierarchical ladders, spaces get less and less diverse, minorities disappear even more, and gender balances shift. So if we early careers are included into the discussion, you win our diversity, and with it, our ideas, our potential, and ultimately our economic value. It is your responsibility to ensure that early careers are represented. It is your responsibility to empower us. help us bring change from the bottom up. For the scientists in the room, we are motivated to take part of your scientific advisory boards. We're motivated to bring new ideas to your working groups and actively participate in creating relevant ocean science. So let us in. For the politicians and policymakers, you can incentivize the inclusion of early careers in project proposals. You could even make it mandatory to have early careers represented in EU projects for better ocean science and better ocean policies. Because we early career scientists want to be, and we have to be, part of the one voice we need to achieve the one ocean we want. Thank you for your future actions.
Thank you very much indeed. So I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm a man, I'm old, so and so it's going to be difficult for me now. Thank you, Alessandra. So I think, yeah, we need you, but we need also to continue to make the science developed. And we also need sometimes a wise man, not only the politicians and the wise women. And I can tell you now, I'm working at a politician level, trying to bring science to the politics. I'm seconding at the Prime Minister for Ocean Science. And I can tell you, it's a tough. We are very far, very far. There is a lot of turnover, and there is a new guy who just arrived, and we believe that he knew everything, and he has a vision, an old vision from politicians. And he sometimes very scared about the science and the scientific because he has no scientific knowledge. So he doesn't want to hear about anything. And especially from the youngs, from the youth. If the young, he will say, oh, I know everything. I've been there for a long period of time, so I don't want to hear about things. So we have a lot of work to do, to bring what you have said on the scene, even if you expect. We count on you, but be aware that in 20 years, you will not be very young again. So it's going very fast. So, but you will bring your ideas in the scenes. Thank you very much. I think it's a time for coffee break. And it's sponsored by the European Commission. Thank you for the European Commission. I hope the coffee will be like a Spanish coffee, not like a European coffee. And it's on the other side of the terrace. I would like to tell you that there is an exhibition. So please enjoy the exhibition, which is supported by the Marine Research Center of the University of Vigo and the Campus del Mar. And the next session will be enabling ecosystem-based management for fisheries and conservation. And it will take place here, so at